This is gotta be one of the most unique weapons Bungie has ever made. And believe me guys, Bungie has made a lot of unique ones. Revision 0 though is here, and today we're gonna be talking about how to acquire this exotic. By the way, we've already done a live review of this exotic, so if you want to check that one out, a link to that will be in the description below. Now to actually start this quest, all you need to do is just go speak to the exoframe at the helm, aka Clovis, and proceed with the story quest for the 3rd week. You'll need 500 Seraph key codes to unlock the Seraph chest at the end of the playlist, Heist Battlegrounds to progress the mission. Now once you've actually finished the heist, you'll get some rewards and be tasked with talking to the Exo Stranger at the Hollow Terminal, and she'll give you the rundown on Operation Seraph Shield. Now to actually select this mission, the exotic quest node will be present there in the helm. There's actually 2 versions of this mission, one being the normal version, the other being the legend version. The legend version wasn't actually rewarding the exotic catalyst today, but we're assuming that it's going to be tied to that. But at least initially guys, you can just do the normal version of Seraph Shield in order to earn Revision 0. Now something to keep in mind about this mission, it uses the same scanner and operator mechanics from the Deepstone Crypt. You're actually going to see that here in a little bit. Essentially, scanners can see what terminals need to be interacted with and what paths need to be walked. Operators can shoot switches to open doors, and of course Suppressor will have you stand under drones and shoot a shielded enemy to reveal hidden shield generators, which you will need to destroy so you can do damage to said enemy. Again, if you've done the Deepstone Crypt, all of these mechanics are going to feel very familiar. Now the goal of the mission is to upload a virus into the Seraph station that will eventually allow Rasputin to take control of the systems. Now upon entering the mission, you'll need to cross a field with Seraph towers similar to Heist Battlegrounds. Head to the facility and kill the ogre to proceed inside. You'll navigate through some hallways and lasers until you reach the first scanner augment in the space elevator room. Before you can ascend into the orbital station, you'll need to hack the terminals glowing yellow. Now only the person holding the scanner augment can see the correct terminal, although multiple of you can pick up any of these augments. Now once you interact with one, the next one will start glowing, and once you hack them all, the elevators will descend and allow you to proceed into the station. Everybody loves going to space! You'll be greeted by a beautiful view of Earth, the last city, and the Traveler. Now there will be small flying drones only the scanner will be able to see, and if you shoot these, it will open up a secret chest at the end of the mission, so don't miss them. Deposit the scanner buff in the augment terminal to progress forward. And while we're on this subject, there will be many rooms further into the mission that to unlock, you'll need to deposit the scanner, operator, or suppressor buff into before doors will unlock to progress. This can be very confusing if you solved a puzzle and nothing seemed to change. Always check to deposit your buff. This will save you a lot of confusion, guys. Now in the next room, you'll have a few fallen enemies. You'll pick up a new scanner augment, and there will be one terminal you need to hack next to, and another behind a giant pane of glass. To access that room, you need to enter a small vent in the wall, and after activating the second terminal, more ads will spawn, and a third terminal will line up in the hallway of the previous room. Activate that terminal to open the door and deposit the scanner augment. Then you can proceed forward again. Now before you leave, there is a warm mine node in this room, and if you parkour up the platforms, mind the gap, you'll need an override frequency to open it. There are actually 4 of these throughout the mission. Now this next room gets a little complicated. You kill the Vanda with the scanner augment, and the first terminal to hack is behind a pillar to the left from where you enter the room. Next, if you look directly across from where you're standing, there will be a vent you can shoot out and crawl through to access another terminal. Again, avoid the lasers. Walk out of the room and take note of the 4 terminals that's glowing behind the glass. You deposit the scanner buff to unlock a door that will lead you to 4 consoles lined up above the terminals below. Hack the console that corresponds to the glowing terminal you noted earlier, and then proceed forward. Now after shooting out some turrets and other enemies, you'll find yourself in a large room with a viewport looking into what looks like a giant laser dance floor with consoles lining the walls. 2 people will actually need to pick up the new scanner augment and direct the person walking through the floor on what tiles to step on and what consoles to hack. The first scanner will direct a runner through the dance floor. The safe tiles will be glowing from the scanner's point of view, and that is the path the runner will need to take. Now if you step on the wrong tile, then you essentially just get microwaved and have to start all over. Now there's another viewpoint above the dance floor that the second scanner will stand in front of to see what consoles the runner needs to hack. Now if the runner hacks the wrong console, he gets microwaved, and once you activate the 3 consoles, the door will unlock. Now the way it really goes, guys, is pretty straightforward. You hook a left, you take a right, you dip underneath the beam, you interact with the first console, you hook back around, interact with the second console, make another hook right, interact with the third console. Once you get it down, guys, easy peasy. Now the next room will actually introduce the operator buff. Pick it up and shoot the panel glowing red by the door to progress. Now you'll enter a long hallway next full of hive. Now on your left, inside a red server alcove, there will be another red panel to shoot. There's also another Rasputin node here. This will open the door at the end of the hallway. You're gonna kill some hive and crawl through an air duct until you come across an opening that is closed off so you can see through, but can't get out. Lean all the way to the left to reveal another panel on the wall to shoot. You go back to the hallway you were previously in, and on your right, there will be another air duct that was previously locked that you can crawl through. Kill Kill the hive on the other side, and across the room, there will be a window that looks into an adjacent room. The last panel you need to shoot will be on the far left pillar. Go back to the hallway, turn right, and on your left, a new door will have opened leading onward. Now kill some more hive, fallen, and turrets, and after they're all dead, you'll be instructed by the stranger to surrender to the fallen so that you can board their catch. But first, you'll need to make some noise. Deposit the operator buff and enter a giant room. There'll be a pile of explosives in the center. Blow it up to start the encounter, and in this room, you'll need to kill 3 fallen bricks and a boatload of ats. By the way, if you haven't used Grand Overture, it slaps. That are merciless. After everything is dead, it's time to get captured though. Walk into the hallway at the back of the room and surrender your weapons to the fallen. They will then teleport you onto the catch, and the stranger will give you your weapons back. Transmat goes burr. Open a few doors, kill a few more waves of turrets and ats, and then you'll leave the catch to parkour in outer space. It's beautiful, guys. Take a moment to appreciate these views. Honestly, the view of the Traveler and Earth is so amazing. Bungie killed it on the look here. I wish we had some music that really matched what we got from the Deepstone Crypt, but either way, this look is beautiful. Now kill some more ats to pick up the operator buff, and you'll need to shoot 3 panels to progress forward. Shooting these panels will actually extend platforms from the wall of the ship to jump on. Now side note, if you do miss a jump, after being in free fall for a few seconds, you'll enter the Halo free fall animation before you die. We see you, Bungie! Progress further until you reach a giant hangar bay full of hive. Now in the next room, the hive, Horaktha, I hope I'm saying that right, will spawn. Kill him very quickly, but before you continue, do note there is another Warmind node down the hallway on the right. Now in the next room, you'll need to get the operator buff. Shoot a couple panels, grab the scanner buff, hack a few consoles, and enter the next room. Use the operator buff again to open a side room and use the scanner augment to hack the terminal in this room to progress forward. There will be a teleporter at the back of the room that would take you to the next section. Now after clearing the hallway, you will finally be introduced to the suppressor buff. Once you've picked it up, shoot the shielded servitor while standing underneath each drone. This will open up a side room housing the shield generator. Destroy it to remove the servitor's shield and kill it. Now we enter the boss room. We'll be fighting Praxis, the former technocrat, now Scorn. Honestly, this fight is really easy. There will be 3 suppressor drones in the room, and once you do enough damage to Praxis, he'll raise his shields. You'll kill a Vandal for the suppressor augment, shoot Praxis while under the drones to remove his shield, and 3 doors will open up around the room containing the shield generators. You'll destroy those. You'll then do some more damage, rinse and repeat all of these steps until he dies. Now after he's dead, go to the left side of the room, upload the virus, and you're done. Open the chest at the end to get an ancient prototype schematic. Also, there's another Rasputin node in this room. Now after completing the mission, you'll have a short discussion with Clovis at the exo frame, and you'll receive the Revision 0. Now the next quest step is actually to head to the Enclave to shape the weapon. Now guys, you don't have to waste your time here. You don't need to unlock this weapon unless you want the 300 elements. Simply just break it down right then and there, and you'll instantly unlock the weapon pattern. Now after shaping the weapon, you'll then need to commune with the relic conduits. This is on the left side that we've used many times when it comes to communing our weapons. Osteostriga was one, but essentially after doing this, you are done with the quest. Now I want to talk about the future of this weapon. I saw a lot of comments about the weapon not feeling that strong, and I actually think it's going to be nuts once we get the fully upgraded version of Revision 0. Everything from its intrinsic perks to the exotic catalyst to the traits present on the weapon, all of these will eventually be unlocked, really amplifying this weapon. Now understand that these trees are only going to be available once we actually unlock those intrinsic traits, and the specific timing of those we're still unsure of. But if you look at the 4 weapon catalysts, which you can only unlock through progressing through more than a weapon, steps 32, 39, 46, and 53 in the later weeks, we're going to be in this for the long haul, guys. There's also going to be 3 weapon ornaments for this exotic that are in the API, all of which could be earnable or should be earnable in game. And I'm sure this is going to be a week to week thing, meaning every single week we're probably going to be running through the legend version of this mission and unlocking different portions of this weapon. Now as far as the 3 upgrades with Clovis there, the infiltrator gear, these are still locked behind the quest more than a weapon. And again, as we get further and further into this quest, probably due to these steps tied to these exotic catalysts and the intrinsic perks, we'll be able to purchase these upgrades. This of course allows things like bypassing traps and reduces damage taken from certain traps and laser barriers in the heist battlegrounds and the mission Operation Seraph Shield. Also allows interactions with terminals to open locked doors in the heist battlegrounds and in Operation Seraph Shield. Again, you saw many locked doors in this mission. And Extreme Ordnance allows the spawning of a power-up that refreshes all abilities and grants a damage bonus against the Death Tongue core stores in heist battlegrounds and Sentinel servitors in the mission Operation Seraph Shield. This is primarily important for those that are looking to solo this thing. And if you go look at the exotic mission portion of your triumphs, you'll see that completing Operation Seraph Shield solo is one of those, as well as Flawless Seraph. Again though, these cannot be actually unlocked until we progress the quest steps for more than a weapon, which is probably going to be on a week-to-week time gate for the next 4 weeks. Now what you can do with this weapon right now is start shooting shooting balls around the solar system. Now, there are actually 50 yellow orbs hidden on just about every destination. We'll have a link to an article showing all the locations below, and shooting all of these will unlock the Archangel's refit exotic sparrow. Some of them are hidden in the Seraph Shield mission, but in order to get them all, you'll need to unlock the 2 upgrades for the mission that we mentioned earlier at the Exo Frame. It is possible to glitch past the laser barriers using movement tech. I even heard that backers could get you past it, but the doors that actually require security access are locked shut. So unless someone discovers a way to ooh past these doors, we'll just have to keep waiting to unlock the sparrow. Again, we'll have a link to all of these locations down below. There's also a tracker inside of the Seraph Shield mission that will show you how many orbs that you have shot and found around the solar system. And again, guys, we'll be live again tomorrow over on our Twitch channel, finding all these orbs together. So guys, that is your Revision Zero exotic quests. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Again, this weapon is only going to get better as the weeks go on, and I'm very much excited to see this weapon in its final, perfected form. Fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching, and as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.